In 1901, a Roman shipwreck yielded a device so advanced it shouldn't have existed for another 1,000 years. Among the oxidized bronze and rotting timber recovered from the depths near the Greek island of Antikythera was a calcified lump of metal that appeared to be nothing more than a stray rock or a discarded fragment of a statue. For decades, it sat in the basement of a museum, overlooked and undervalued. Yet, as we would eventually discover, this single object challenges everything we thought we knew about the technological limits of the ancient world. The story begins in 1900, when a group of Greek sponge divers was forced by a storm to take shelter in a cove off the coast of Antikythera. When the weather cleared, they decided to dive. Expecting sponges, they instead found a graveyard of marble and bronze statues scattered across the seafloor. This was the wreckage of a massive Roman grain ship, likely lost during the 1st century BCE, while transporting the spoils of war or luxury trade goods toward Rome. Amidst the hall of breathtaking art was a shoebox-sized fragment of corroded bronze. Because it lacked the aesthetic beauty of the statues, it was initially dismissed. It wasn't until the bronze began to dry out and split open, revealing the faint outline of precision-cut gear teeth, that archaeologists realized they were holding something that defied historical categorization. For the first half of the 20th century, the Antikythera Mechanism was a mystery without a solution. Historians were well aware of the genius of Archimedes and Hero of Alexandria, but the consensus held that the ancient Greeks simply did not possess the mathematical or metallurgical tools to create complex gear-driven machinery. Most scholars assumed it was a later addition to the wreck, perhaps a navigational instrument dropped by a passing ship centuries after the Roman vessel sank. However, the stratigraphy of the wreck and the style of the Greek inscriptions on the device's casing proved otherwise. This was an artifact of the 1st century BCE, yet it displayed a level of mechanical sophistication not seen again until the invention of the cathedral clocks in 14th century Europe. The investigation reached a turning point in the 1970s. Using early X-ray and gamma-ray imaging, researchers were able to peer through the layers of corrosion and mineral buildup. What they found was staggering. Inside the casing were at least 30 intricate bronze gears, some with teeth as small as 1 millimeter. This was not a simple tool. It was a highly complex analog computer. By the early 2000s, more advanced microfocus X-ray CT scans allowed scientists to reconstruct the entire internal architecture. They discovered that the mechanism was designed to track the movements of the Sun, the Moon, and the 5 planets known to the ancients: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. The logic built into these gears is breathtaking. The mechanism employed a pin and slot device that modeled the Moon's elliptical orbit, accounting for the way the Moon appears to speed up and slow down as it moves across the sky. This is a concept we now call Kepler's laws, yet the Greeks had mechanically mapped this phenomenon 2 millennia before the scientific revolution. The device was operated by a hand crank, allowing the user to wind the gears forward or backward in time to see the precise alignment of the heavens on any given date. But the Antikythera Mechanism was more than just a celestial map. It was a calendar of human culture. As researchers deciphered the thousands of tiny Greek characters inscribed on the front and back plates, which essentially served as a user manual, they found a dial that tracked the 4-year cycle of the Panhellenic Games. It predicted the timing of the ancient Olympics with perfect accuracy. It also featured a sophisticated eclipse prediction dial on the back, which utilized the 223-month Saros cycle. The device could tell you not only when an eclipse would occur, but also the direction the shadow would move and the color the moon would turn. The evidence points to a level of manufacturing capability that shouldn't have existed. To create these gears, an ancient craftsman would have needed incredibly precise tools and a deep understanding of differential gearing, a concept that was thought to have been invented in the 16th century. The inscriptions even suggest that the device may have been part of a lineage of such machines, possibly originating from the school of Poseidonios on the island of Rhodes, or perhaps even linked to the designs of Archimedes himself. This discovery forces us to confront a difficult truth about the history of technology. If such a device existed in the 1st century BCE, why is it an outlier? Why do we find no other examples of this technology in the archaeological record for the next 1,000 years? It suggests that the path of human progress is not a straight line, but one marked by peaks of brilliance and long valleys of lost knowledge. The craftsmanship required to build this machine implies a tradition of mechanical engineering that was likely more widespread than we ever imagined, yet nearly all evidence of it has been reclaimed by time and rust. If you find these hidden chapters of history as fascinating as we do, please consider hitting the subscribe button and liking this video. Your support helps the Null Atlas channel continue to fund the research and production needed to bring these forgotten stories to light. Every view helps us uncover more technological marvels that history almost forgot. As we look at the corroded remains of the Antikythera Mechanism, we are looking at the peak of Hellenistic genius, a moment where humanity stood on the threshold of a mechanical revolution that wouldn't truly arrive for another millennium. We are left to wonder what happened to the minds that could conceive of such a machine. Did the fall of the ancient empires bury this knowledge so deeply that it had to be entirely reinvented? Or did the secrets of the gears survive in hidden workshops, whispered from teacher to student, until they resurfaced in the clocks of the Middle Ages? The greatest mystery remains the silence that followed. Why did this technology vanish for over 1,000 years? Did the ancient world possess a level of mechanical mastery that was systematically lost to time? Or was this a unique stroke of genius by a single inventor? Let us know your theory in the comments. Next time, we descend beneath the plains of Turkey to explore a city that could hide 20,000 people in total silence.